Questions I'm tired of pretending to like. Today we're going to do something just a little bit different. I get these questions all the time. I get the same questions every week, always about EA Automatic. And some of them, well, they drive me a little crazy. Not because they're bad questions, but because the answers aren't what people want to hear. Today, I'm answering 5 of the most commonly asked questions that people don't want the answers to. Here we go. Question number 1. Can I start with just $100? Here's my answer. Guys, yes, technically you can. Realistically, I don't recommend it. Look, the robot works with any account size, of course. But with $100, your position sizes are so small that the broker spreads eat half of your potential profit. It's kind of like you're trading with one hand tied behind your back. The sweet spot seems to be $500 as a minimum, because that's when the math really starts to work in your favor. You get proper position sizing, better buffer for drawdowns, and your spreads become, well, more noise instead of your main expense, you know? So can you ignore this? Sure, go ahead, ignore me. But then don't email me in 2 weeks asking why you made $4 instead of 40. All right, guys, here comes our next question. And I get this all the time. Will this make me rich? Will it make me rich? All right, first of all, define rich, okay? If you mean Ferrari in a month rich, no. If you mean I can finally take that vacation without checking my bank account rich, sure, that is possible. EA Automatic targets for 10% and more monthly. Compounded over time, that's life-changing money, but it's not a lottery ticket. It's automation that does what most people simply can't: trade consistently without emotions. The people who get rich with us, they run it for 6 months, 1 year, more, 2 years. They reinvest strategically. They don't panic close during a bad week. You know, take Neil and Jeff, for example. One of them bought a Porsche. Another is buying a house in Tuscany. Not bad, given they were simply minding their own business while our system handled income. Why should I trust a robot? I get this question all the time. You shouldn't. Not blindly, anyway. You probably already trust robots with more important stuff, though. Your car's ABS? It's a robot. Your bank's protection fraud? Well, that's a robot. Netflix recommendations? Robot. The question isn't, should I trust a robot? It's, do I trust this specific robot with this specific task? EA Automatic has one job: execute trades based on market conditions without fear, greed, or ego. Can it fail? Yes. Can you fail? Also yes. The difference is it doesn't revenge trade after a loss. Test it out with a small deposit. Watch it for a month, then decide. Trust isn't given, it's earned through performance. All right, guys, I get this question all the time. What's the catch? Look, it's an honest question. The only catch is that trading requires discipline you might not currently have. EA Automatic doesn't work if you do the following things. If you turn it off every time there's a losing trade, people freak out. Constantly adjusting the settings based on last week's results. Also, if you withdraw your profits immediately instead of letting it compound. Look, the robot is consistent. Most people aren't. That's the catch. It's like buying a gym membership. The equipment works, but if you don't show up consistently, what kind of results are you gonna see? Except with this, the robot shows up. You just need to let it work. Why is it so expensive? I mean, $300 a month? Expensive compared to what? Your last losing trade? How about your Netflix subscription? Look, our subscription pays for itself if you're running the proper capital. Here's what you're actually paying for. Development cost? Ours was $150,000, almost $200,000. If you don't believe me, please go ask any quant developer what it costs to build, backtest, and optimize an algorithm across multiple market cycles. This isn't some weekend project coded by someone's cousin. Monthly operational costs, server infrastructure for signals and updates, 24/7 monitoring and optimization team, customer support that, actually responds, ongoing development and improvements. Also, it includes VPS hosting for your trades. And of course, our white glove setup service. Look, You're not just buying software, you're buying infrastructure, expertise, and ongoing service. Think our subscription is expensive? I think losing $2,000 in a week because you revenge traded after a bad day is way more expensive, and it happens more often than anyone admits. Here's another question I get all the time. Why can't I start with $200 or $100? Well, because I'm not in the business of setting you up to fail. Here's what nobody tells you about starting small. It's not just less profitable, it's structurally broken. With $200, proper risk management means 0.5 to 1% risk per trade equals $1 to $2 for position size. Broker spread on either the dollar or euro is 1 to 2 pips, or roughly 10 to 20 cents. The spread just ate 10 to 20% of your profit. You're trading with a massive handicap. It's like entering a race with flat tires and wondering why you're losing. However, at $500, position sizes actually make sense. Spreads become just more noise instead of profit killers. You have buffer for drawdowns. You also get risk management that works mathematically, okay? Below $500, you're either A, not profitable because spreads destroy your edge, B, you're completely over leveraged, which is dangerous, and one bad streak is gonna wipe you out. I could take your $200 and say it works, but when you blow it in 3 weeks, you'll blame the robot. I'd rather lose your business today than lose your trust tomorrow. Start with $500 or wait until you're able. What do I actually guarantee? I get that question all the time. Let me be crystal clear about what I guarantee and what I don't. What I do guarantee, a 99.9% uptime on our infrastructure. I also guarantee 24/7 technical support with actual humans. Full setup service, we configure everything for you. Personal account manager monitoring your robot. VPS is included, so you'll never be offline, and also immediate response to any technical issue. Here's what I don't guarantee. I can't guarantee that you'll make money every single week, okay? And I won't guarantee you'll never have a losing trade. And I won't guarantee that you'll get rich by Friday. I can control the quality of service. I can't control the market. And frankly, anyone who does guarantee profits, well, they're lying to you. Our job is to provide you with proven technology, proper risk management, and of course, professional infrastructure and expert support. Your job is to follow the strategy, maintain discipline, and simply give it time to perform. We handle the tech, you handle the patience. Deal? I get this question. Can I test it on a demo account first? All right. Well, can you go and buy groceries with Monopoly money? Demo accounts are useful for learning the platform, but they're useless for testing real performance. Here is why. A demo is kind of like playing with Monopoly money at a real store. The cashier isn't actually going to accept it, and you haven't actually tested anything. It's kind of like borrowing a PlayStation without any controllers. So demo accounts have zero slippage, fake, perfect fills every time. Fake, no emotional pressure, completely fake. They also have different execution from live servers. The robot will appear amazing on a demo. Everyone does. Then you go live and wonder why it's different. We offer something better. Start with a minimum capital investment on a real account with proper risk management. That's the actual test. See the real spreads, real slippage, real execution. Or you can keep running demos and pretending that you're trading. That's fun too. Here's another question I get. Can I use my own broker? Yes. Should you? Well, that depends. If your broker is on our approved list, you get free integration. Why? Because we've tested them. We know their spreads, execution speed, and reliability. The robot performs as expected. If your broker isn't on our list, there's a setup fee. Why? Because we have to do the following work. We have to test their execution quality, verify their spread consistency, configure their settings specifically for their infrastructure, monitor performance to ensure it works, provide ongoing support for an untested platform. That takes time. Time costs money. The real question is, why do you want to use your own broker? If it's because they're cheap, you're optimizing for the wrong thing. Cheap brokers have wide spreads, slow execution, and shady practices. Your savings? Well, they'll cost you more in lost profits. If it's because you trust them, fair. But understand that not all brokers are equal. Some are literally betting against you. We recommend specific brokers because we've done the work. You're free to ignore that, of course. Just don't blame the robot when the execution sucks. We're running a subscription business. We are incentivized to make this work long term. Scammers want your whole savings all at once, 2,000 plus. We want you with us for years. Which business model requires actually delivering results? Smart skepticism keeps you safe, while paranoid skepticism keeps you broke.